Hey Sinoux, just setting up our space. Your body wanted a few crystals on the table just to help energetically to realign things, and I've just been doing a little bit of, checking with the 5 element stuff to sort of see where things are sitting with that as well. So I'm about to get started, and I've sort of went in and sort of had a bit of a play with affirmations around releasing attachments and that sort of thing, and it was being a little bit waffly. So anyway, we'll just get started. Okay, so I'm accessing and supporting any clearance of energy for Sinoux through this life and any past lives, and allow her energy, and ask to allow her energy to heal kindly, lovingly and safely, with no negative effects. And add in whatever you need to do there. When I did start reading about being a shaman in the past life, I got some real lung energy going on. So even though you knew you were working out of love and connectedness and kindness, because you were gaslighted sort of into believing that you were partially to do with her death, it's sort of like that guilt and shame and, that real heavy energy just sort of got stuck. So, but funnily enough, it's sort of indicating that it wasn't really yours, that it was just sort of added to as part of the process because of the gaslighting that then happened, either from her energy when she passed through, or from other people who were involved in that process of thinking that something dodgy had happened. Okay, so asking the body to link into whatever the hell is going on with the left shoulder blade. Actually, asking you to flip over, so face down. Okay, so let me check these rhomboids. Yeah, right. Okay, so the rhomboids are in that 3rd stage stress. Don't forget the rhomboid stretch you can do. Sort of like that sort of helps to make the rhomboids to stretch them out. And then you can do this, breathe in and breathe out. So you sort of stretch, breathe in, breathe out. And resist with this arm, and you push with the other. Breathe in, breathe out and push. And breathe in, breathe out and push. So that's a rhomboid stretch. Anyway, so stacking in the WTF, the left shoulder blade, all down the left arm. Several meridians run straight down through that left arm. Okay, so heart meridian. The one that's stuck is the heart meridian. Okay, so we'll start work on heart energy. So heart. Okay, where do we need to go? Okay, we need some essences. So bark, interestingly. Oh, what have I done? Where are we? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, interesting. So 3 bark flower essences have just shown up. Mimulus, cherry plum and oak. Mimulus is for fear of known things. It immobilizes fear and phobias. It helps with calmness, understanding and courage. 4 drops. Cherry plum. Fear of losing control of control, feeling at the end of your limit. It's an acute remedy, ability to endure mental, physical, spiritual stress. Yeah, right. That's 8 drops. Two more. And the third one is oak. For strong, brave, determined types. Take so much and then breaks, a plotter. So it's for letting go, having a more surrendering attitude, trust and faith. 6 drops. I'm sure in numerology there's something to that, 4, 6 and 8 drops. Okay, so asking the body to energetically show me the gates. Yeah, okay, so about 2 inches higher on the left and arm length. Yeah, okay, so your body's twisted into a sort of like a running from a left-handed perspective. So wanting to escape this business. Interesting that it's the left arm, whereas the right arm's longer. Yeah, right. That spiritual energy is creating inflammation in your immune system. Stress will create that cytokine storm as much as anything. So it's like an energy mismatch to the energy that's in the gate, as well as the stress of this past life trauma. Yeah, and it's really created a deep-seated, I don't know, okay. Once again, I know that past lives, sort of, there's different pathways. Anyway, it's showing up about 4 pathways ago. But yeah, so there's a pain punishment circuit. So that's coming through this life, past life. So that 1, 2, 3, 4 lifetimes ago. Where's my... Yeah, right. So basically it ended up messing with your ability to feel respect within the industry, and yeah, and there wasn't a lot of support for you once that energy started showing itself. Or maybe they were even just there. I can imagine, though, that, you know, there would have been a fair bit of support for you. Oh, give me a yes, give me a no. Was there support? You know, support was a bit iffy with the family. Anyway, so it messed with your confidence and your respect, both for yourself and from other people, sort of feeling it. So, you know, it's sort of like that thing when, you know, people give us a compliment and we can't accept it. Ego defense mechanism, once again linking in that whole left area. Putting that. I wonder about your bicipital tendons as well. Yeah, right. So it's like your ego defense mechanism set up rationalization. So it's like you just had to always be on to rationalize what you were doing, which of course takes away from what you're actually doing, because if you're constantly thinking about the outcome and the possibility that someone's going to pick on you and gaslight you around what you're doing, then and I'm just feeling really breathy here. So I wonder whether the tightness in through these shoulders is actually compressing your lungs at the moment as well. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I feel really, breathy. Breathy is the only word and that I can, it's what's going on. So, yeah, and there's a grief gauge associated with it as well that's not been shifted. Oh, okay. No, so it actually, right. So maybe that's why the shoulders are so tight, because they're sort of in there trying to fight for your survival, fight for your living, fight for your belief, fight for everything in your world that's good. And it's because it's been suppressed, it's sort of like it makes it harder for you just to breathe openly and go, right, this is my life. Life is good. I'm doing the best I can, and here I am, you know, accept me or don't. So because it's in a collapse phase. So if the developmental directory really messed with your belief and respect and that sort of thing, then moving forward it would have been a half version of the best version of yourself, because if the belief isn't there 100% because, you know, guilt, grief or regret took over, then this is sort of a real, anyway, so it's sort of showing up in collapse. So part of you surrendered to the fact that you were being called out as being part of that process of her losing her life. Yeah. And that resignation just created, once again, it's sort of like that lower level. Okay, so compared to your word before that energy, yeah, so if you consider that your shaman energy was like really high, just say a 10 out of 10 or whatever you want to say, after that gaslighting, yeah, it was more like a 3. So that's a whole bunch of jammed energy that's just stuck. Okay. Yeah, but it's all that yucky sort of stuff, feeling helpless, feeling resigned, surrendering, which of course in this life it just doesn't help moving forward and taking control and living your best life either. Okay. So that across the top of your back, feeling like there's a steel rod in there, I'm just going to get your feet and sort of energetic, you know, do that sort of movement I do up your spine so that you can sort of, you know, like you're on a wobble machine. So just chillaxing, moving that energy. Still some work to do in that heart chakra. Man, it's jammed. Where are we at now? Okay, we've gone from exhaustion of that heart chakra, and your heart meridian, don't forget, goes all the way, you know, pretty much from here down to the inside of the palm of your hand. So is this another layer? Yeah, so it's another layer of a pain and punishment circuit stuck in your amygdala. Okay, so this one's linked in with shame. Not shame that you owned, but shame that other people tried to heap on you. Yeah, humiliation. Remorse, yeah. Okay. So if energetically you were yanked, who knows what they did, you know, whether or not they were handcuffs, whether or not there was something hung, whether or not, you know, they did something deliberately to try to get you to admit you'd done something. Who knows what was, maybe you know, but something, yeah. So with that, the feeling crushed, yanked. So just, we've got to get these little bicipital tendons back in. Yeah, neither side's pec minors are working optimally. So, okay, breathe in, breathe out and lift up. Breathe in, breathe out and lift up. Breathe in, breathe out and lift up. So the little pec minors need a re-stretch. Breathe in, breathe out and lift up. Breathe in, breathe out and lift up. Breathe in, breathe out and lift up. Just check your celestial circuit. Yeah, okay. It's behind right. Yeah, right, down at about 45 degrees behind you to the right. And it's a long way behind. So it's a couple of meters behind. So energetically, it's that time in your past where there was stress doing. So once again, you have a trauma like this, and then you continue doing your work. And once again, I'm getting really chesty again here. So, so you're moving, yeah, it's sort of like that energetic time when you had to keep doing your job. You couldn't stop, because when you're a shaman, you're the only person around that can look after some people. And especially when you know your value and your worth intrinsically, and yet all this crap's been laid on you. So it's sort of like it's downright. So it's that doing side that was just so hard and so exhausting once this shame, humiliation, gaslighting had been laid on you. Energetically, okay. So the best technique, just recentering the body again. Okay, so once again, okay, so that's taken the celestial circuit from third stage exhaustion to second stage overworking. So now, and actually we'll just run the meridians since we can. So okay, celestial circuit, okay, we need some flower energy, flower essence energy. Okay, we need it in 2 spots, over the heart chakra, front and back. Yeah, so what we'll just ask the body to do is just take that energy straight through from the heart chakra into behind through the rhomboids as well, so that we get a direct line of energy moving down through that heart chakra in the front and that heart chakra in the back. And same with that whole shoulder girdle needs some shifting as well. Okay, so what do we need? Lung, heart. Okay, so lung, grief, guilt, regret. Heart, self-worth, self-esteem, self-love. Yeah, right. Okay, so it's around feeling really troubled and feeling unfaithful to something that you love. It's Silver Princess energy. Love Silver Princess. So because that is your true calling, that's your direction, that's obviously what you've been doing for lifetimes now. Whenever something dodgy happens and that part of your brain feels guilty or stressed, once again, I'm feeling really breathy again now. Silver Princess. So when you're not living your life purpose easily and freely and confidently, it makes you feel aimless, lack of direction, despondent. So, you know, she's really pushing your buttons here at the moment. Right, and we actually need to come out as well as in. We need to shunt that energy down through the rhomboids to the, so we need to go both directions for your heart chakra. Okay. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transform my aimlessness, my lack of direction and my despondency into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively attune to my life's purpose, act with motivation and direction, and express my love fully and freely. Whoa, big energy. Now I'm going to do heart meridian. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively. Now I'm going to do so that was heart. Now I'm going to do lung. Dissolve my aimlessness, my emotional flatness, and my despondency into all-encompassing love. Now into the shoulder girdle. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively attune to my life's purpose, act with motivation and direction, and express my love fully and freely. Yeah, right. It also wants some figure eights across the front of the chest. No, it wants it at the front and back of the chest, but it's the top half. So once again, I'm going to be doing the tuning forks coming out as well as back in. And it only wants the positive this time. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively attune to my life's purpose, act with motivation and direction, and express my love fully and freely. Okay, once again. Okay, so the celestial circuit is flowing freely. Let's check your center of gravity, CV6. Yeah, no, so it's nice and centered again. So just feel that energy feeling nice and centered within your core. Imagine that energy from 4 lifetimes ago, all the positive learnings and beliefs that you've had from the past that are in your best interest to be solidly positioned. Yeah, but it's okay. So it's the spiritual layer of your aura that's jammed, or that allowed this energy in. So it's like the outer layer, and or you know, the 4th or 5th layer. So with that spiritual stuff, the flower essences are going to help. The D's going to help. The Withania is going to help, because the more grounded our body is, the more each layer of the aura gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and less permeable to other people's energy. Okay. So where's the gate at the moment? Okay, so we're near, so it started off a couple of inches higher. Now it's only a few centimeters higher. So the left is still showing up, so there's still something in there. Now they're showing up quite even at the moment. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, right, the sphenoid bone is showing to be connected. So I'm not sure if you're feeling tight through your cranials at the moment, but the sphenoid is that one that 5 out of 6 of our eye muscles attached to. So just sort of gently breathe in and out. So just lifting gently with your breath. Breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. Okay. Okay. I better grab a bite to eat. Upload this for you, Sinoux. Oh, this is a new program for this body now and in the future. The old program for this body is no longer necessary now in the future. Hallelujah and amen. Okay, I'll try to get to another. Let me know how you go, and I'll see if we can fit in some more later on this week. Okay, bye.